There's that song again, drifting soft over the water. Welcome back to Shiloh Creek, little ones. And if this is your first morning with us, come close, there's always room beside an old elephant. Today, my friends, I want to ask you something. What do you do when your heart is happy and sad at the very same time? When something good is happening and you're going to miss it all at once? Friends grow and wander and find new water. And God walks right alongside us through every change. So once, on a morning of goodbyes and one big hello, the creek had to learn what a heart does when it's full both ways at once. It was a bright, dewy morning by the creek, and the friends had gathered for something nobody quite wanted. There stood Fern the fawn, soft-eyed and these days not so shy, a travel pack tied snug on her back. She took a breath and said,
So, today's the day. I'm going downstream, past the forest edge, where the creek gets wide and I've never been. I want to see it. I found my voice here with all of you, and now I want to go use it somewhere new. I'm not scared this time. I'm actually really happy.
And that should have been a glad thing. But the friends just drooped. And high on the willow, Ga-ring-go the parrot, all bright feathers and grand feelings, tried to begin the farewell ode he'd written. He announced,
Behold, I present Ode to a Departing Fawn in 14 mournful verses. Verse 1, O Fern, who leaves us? Who leaves us? I'm sorry, I cannot. The feathers are too wet. I am a fountain. Somebody hold my scroll.
You got through one verse of 14.
And then Zippy the hummingbird zipped in. Even she was flying slow this morning. She squeaked,
Okay. I built the send-off schedule. 11 streamers, 4 snack stations, a 40-second group hug. But I keep getting the math wrong. My numbers are all soggy. I have rerun the streamer count 6 times, and every time it comes out sad. That is not a number. Sad is not a number.
and over slumped Bongo the bear cub, none of his usual cheerful crash, dragging a half-hung streamer. He mumbled,
I tried to hang the streamers. They fell. I tried again. They fell sadder. I got this. I do not got this. The streamers know. Even the streamers are too sad to stay up.
Streamers don't have feelings, Bongo.
and then came the splash that changed the morning. Down the far muddy bank slid somebody nobody had ever met. Rex the river otter, brand new to the creek. He landed in the shallows with a happy whoop and said,
Whoa! Okay. A whole creek with a muddy slide on the side? I just slid down it 4 times and I have decided, officially, this is my new favorite thing. Hi, I'm Rex. I'm new. I live here now. Who's everybody? Why is everybody so... Oh, you all look so sad.
New otter. Worst possible morning.
That was Shelley the tortoise, wise young Shelley. Rex blinked at her, then bounced right back, because Rex bounces.
Sad. Right, no, we can fix sad. I'm great at this. Okay, watch. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
It's me, Rex, your new favorite otter. No? Okay, different one. I can do a backflip off the slide. I can do 2 backflips. I can do a backflip and tell a joke at the same... Somebody laugh. Please. Anybody. A little one. Even a small one counts.
Oh, a new variable. Hi, new variable. I do not have a line item for enthusiastic otter. My schedule is already soggy. Please do not add backflips to the soggy schedule.
Even a small one counts. Listen to him. The little fellow has the heart of a stage actor and the timing of a wet sandwich.
Is wet sandwich a good review? I'm choosing to believe it's a good review.
2 backflips, though? That is pretty cool. Wait, no. We're being sad. We're allowed to be sad. Right? Are we allowed to be sad?
Yes, Bongo. Sad is allowed.
Wait, sad's allowed? Nobody told me that. I've just been doing backflips at it. Okay, that explains the last 10 minutes. Wow, new otter, learning a lot today.
Hi, Rex. It's really nice to meet you. I'm Fern. I'm actually the one who's leaving. So it's a funny morning to arrive on. But I'm glad you slid in, truly.
Okay. New plan. Bigger plan. Everybody, follow me to the slide. We all slide down together on the count of 3. And you can't be sad on a slide. It's scientifically impossible. I read it. I didn't read it. I just know it. Bongo, you first. Big bear, big slide, big splash.
It is not scientifically impossible to be sad on a slide. I have data. I have been sad on every ride at this creek. The data is me.
I don't really want to slide right now, Rex. I tried earlier. I just sat at the bottom. A slide doesn't fix it when your friend is going away.
Young otter, I admire the spirit, but one does not backflip through a tragedy. This is a day for solemn oaths and damp, dignified feathers. Verse 2. Oh, Fern. No, still too wet. Hold the scroll. Somebody hold the scroll.
Nobody's holding your scroll, Ringo. You don't have a scroll. It's a leaf. It's a wet leaf.
It is a ceremonial leaf, Bongo. It is a leaf of gravitas. You would not understand. You hang streamers.
My streamers are emotional infrastructure. Zippy said that. I don't know what it means, but it sounds important.
I did not say streamers were emotional infrastructure. I said the group hug was. Bongo, you cannot just reassign my infrastructure.
And this is why nobody's happy.
Okay, no orders. Juggling? I can juggle pebbles. Watch. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I cannot juggle pebbles, but I can name them. This one's Gary. Hi, Gary. Guys? Why is everybody walking away? Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. I just keep the energy up over here. By myself. Whew.
And while the otter whooped alone, Fern had slipped off to the creek edge where the water goes wide. Her pack was ready, her paws pointed downstream, but the gloom drifted up the bank, right to her ears. She said, just to the water,
They're all so sad. I can hear it from here. Maybe I shouldn't go. Maybe a good friend wouldn't leave everybody feeling like this. How am I supposed to walk downstream happy when everybody I love is back there breaking?
and there it was, the whole morning, ready to tip the wrong way.
Fern's at the edge. Nobody noticed she left.
She left? She's not on the schedule to leave for 40 more minutes. Okay. Does anybody at this creek follow the schedule? The schedule is right here. It is soggy, but it is right here.
And then the whooping stopped. Rex sat down at the bottom of his slide, all alone, and for the first time all morning, the bright little otter went very quiet.
I did all my best things. The slide, the backflips, even Gary. And everybody's more sad than before I got here. Maybe nobody wanted my slide. Maybe they just wanted somebody to sit in the sad with them. And I kept jumping up out of it every single time.
And that was the bravest thing the otter had done all morning. Sitting still in a feeling, instead of splashing out of it. So there sat the newest friend at the creek, soaked and small, and certain he'd gotten everything wrong. And big-hearted Bongo came and sat down beside him in the mud, the way you sit beside somebody who's hurting. And the little otter said it plain.
I thought, if I was happy enough, then nobody would be sad. That if I just smiled big enough, it would cover it for everybody. That's what I always do. New place, scary feeling. I just turn the bright way up, all the way up. But I think I just made everybody feel more alone. On my first morning, when all I wanted was to belong here.
You didn't ruin it, Rex. I'll tell you a secret. I keep smiling so Fern won't feel bad about leaving. But I don't feel like smiling. I feel like the inside of me is a dragged down streamer.
So we're both faking glad. And it's not working for either of us. Maybe glad isn't something you fake onto a sad thing. Maybe God gave us glad hearts, so we'd have something real to give each other on the hard days. Not to hide behind, to share.
And just then, slow and easy, I folded myself into the grass beside them. I didn't tell the otter what to do. I just asked him one small thing.
Hi, old Timber. I think I messed up the whole morning.
Rex, you came in this morning gladder than anybody at this creek. So tell me, what does your glad heart want to do for Fern now that you've stopped trying to cover the sad?
Oh, it wants to throw her the best goodbye. Not a fake happy one, a real one, where we all get to say we'll miss her and that we're so glad for her at the same time. You don't have to pick one.
Wait, you can do both? Nobody told me you could do both. Oh, that's so much better.
Right? That's the thing I kept getting wrong all morning. I thought being glad meant nobody's allowed to be sad. But being glad together, out loud, where everybody can hear it, that's what makes the goodbye okay. That's the real medicine. Come on, we gotta go get Fern before she talks herself right out of her own adventure.
And the newest friend hopped up, not bouncing away from the feeling this time, but carrying it, and led them to the water's edge, where Fern stood, paws pointed 2 ways at once.
Fern, don't go yet. Wait. Okay, do go, but not like this. We're doing this all wrong. Everybody's been hiding the sad and hiding the glad, and it just made a big grey nothing nobody could stand in. So here's the new way. I'm gonna miss you so much, and I just met you, and I am so happy you get to go see the wide water. Both, at the same time, out loud, on purpose. That's the goodbye you actually deserve.
Oh, that's it. That's exactly it. I was standing here thinking a good friend wouldn't leave you all sad. But you're not asking me to leave you happy fake. You're glad for me, for real, even though it hurts. That's the thing that lets me go.
Behold! No, not behold. Friends, I shall burn the 14 mournful verses. Verse 1, the new one. O Fern, go gladly, and come back often, for the willow shall keep your seat warm. There, 2 lines, damp but dignified. The smallest otter just out-poeted me.
Okay, the schedule's not soggy anymore. Look! 11 streamers, 4 snack stations, 1 40-second group hug, and a brand new line item. Be glad and sad at the same time. No math required. That one balances. That one finally balances.
And the streamers went up. Look, they stayed. Turns out streamers hang way better when you're not crying on them. Real glad is stronger tape than fake glad. I got this.
Well, they threw Fern the gladdest goodbye the creek had ever seen. And after, by the pond, I let our newest friend tell what he'd learned. Rex said,
I learned that a happy heart isn't pretending you're not sad. That's just hiding. A real glad heart is when you let the sad be true and choose to be glad anyway. And then you share the glad, so nobody has to carry the hard day by themselves. That's the medicine, not the backflips, the sharing.
And I learned the sad doesn't mean you love your friend less. It means you love 'em a lot. And Fern's not gone. She's just gone exploring. God goes with her down every bit of that wide water, and he brings her back to visit, too.
And you found it yourselves, the both of you. Now, a long, long time ago, the wisest king there ever was wrote down little true sayings so his children would remember them. His name was King Solomon, and his sayings got written in the Bible, in a book called Proverbs, chapter 17, verse 22. So if you want to find it, that's where it lives. And it goes like this. A cheerful heart makes good medicine. A glad heart is a kind of medicine. A true gladness, the kind you choose and the kind you share, helps everybody feel a little stronger on a hard day. Not by pretending the hard away. Rex, why don't you tell them the rest?
Okay, so when somebody you love has to go, you don't have to be all the way sad or all the way fake happy. You get to hold both and be glad with them for real, even while you miss them. And you don't hide it. You say it out loud so they know and so nobody's carrying the hard day all by themselves. That sharing, that's the gift. And that, a real glad heart you get to give away. I think that's my actual new favorite thing. Way better than the slide.
And now, Professor Hoot's totally true facts, where the most certain owl at the creek shares one fact he is completely sure of.
Good evening. A fact, children, entirely true, and tied, you'll note, to that splashy new otter you just met. River otters slide, down muddy banks, down snowy hills, again and again and again. And here is the marvel. They do it for no reason at all, except that it is fun. Scientists watched, fully expecting a serious purpose, and found joy. Just joy. That sliding's real, important play, and it keeps an otter healthy and knits the whole family close together. When otters play as a family, we call that a romp. A romp simply means the whole family tumbling and sliding and playing as one. So you see, a glad little game is never wasted time. For a river otter, play is part of staying well. A fact, children, established beyond dispute. Good evening.
A fine fact, Professor, and a true one. You bring the wonder, I'll keep the why. And before we go, splish, splash and splosh, 3 frogs, 1 enormous question. The Mudpuppy Minutes.
Today on Mudpuppy Minutes, we will explain where a creek goes when it flows away downstream.
Easy. The creek flows downstream because it is chasing something, probably a duck. The creek saw a duck one time, and it has never stopped running after it. Famous chase.
And also, the water rolls downhill because down is just where the low ground is. So water always slides to the lowest spot it can. Wait, hold on, Splish.
No, wait. Back up, Splash. The duck thing was wrong. You just said the real one. Water goes down because down is the low part. Splash, that's actually correct. I'm correcting us. We were wrong, and now we're right.
Oh, no. Too easy. A creek would never do something just because of low ground. That is far too sensible. Take it back, both of you. The creek flows downstream to deliver mail to the fish. The fish have a postal service, famous service.
But I felt the low ground one in my bones. Splosh. It felt true.
Nah, fish mail. Mud puppies, we have solved it. A creek flows downstream to deliver mail to the fish, like a bell on a cold rock.
Now hear me, little ones. There's no duck, and the fish have no mail. Splash had it, and Splish was right to catch him. Water flows downhill because everything heavy is pulled toward the lowest place, and the creek just follows that pull all the way to the wide water, right where our Fern is wandering. That's the real why, though I'll let the frogs keep their fish post. And so Fern set off down the wide water, not gone, just exploring, with a glad heart at her back and a seat kept warm by the willow for whenever she wanders home. And the creek had a brand new otter who'd learned the medicine on his very first morning.
Bye for now. Not bye forever. I'll be back to visit before the leaves turn. Save me a slide, Rex.
Saving you the best one.
So this is old timber. Until the next breeze brings us together, my friends. And little ones, when your heart is glad and sad at the very same time, don't pick just one. Hold them both and share your glad heart with somebody who needs the medicine.
See you next time, somewhere in Shiloh Creek.